Forced entry. Play chapter. Probably gonna get, let's see, listen to call. Meet your allies outside the sealed gates. Oh. Commander, we need you at the gates of Mavanisos.
What happened?
Anise, Livia happened, she took the scepter. We're headed there now, hopefully not too late. Okay, so Anise still isn't voice acted. Alright, so the voice actor for Anise is one of the people that was in the the voice actors strike. Totally understandable. Kind of sucks for us, though, because she's still missing her voice. Alright, meet outside the sealed gate leading into Bavanisos. So that is Mistburn Barrens, East Wall. Okay. Muted sound, 180p resolution, no spoilers. You keep a view where my second monitor has a moving wallpaper. Ooh. Anise sounds a lot like Muck these days. Oh, yeah, I do remember. I did an awesome voice for her during the last content drop. I could try to do that again. All right, heading over to the green dot. Muck, I sent you the Asura plushie upgrade concept art. Can you check it out when you're done with the story? Oh god, I shudder to think. Where did you send it to me? Message request? Here's my concept art for Asura plushie upgrade. What? Hold on. Did you draw this or did you make... Alright. Did you draw this or did you make AI draw this?
Doesn't seem to be of Morsat origin. Thought it might be a defense mechanism for the city.
Hold on a second.
Did the strangers not come from this fortress? Could they have caused this?
I chat GPT'd the Asura. Alright, chat, this is what chat GPT... Oh, hang on. They're doing the story stuff. Oh no, I went past it. Okay, alright, we got a second. So, this is what chat GPT thinks an Asura looks like. It's like just a gnome. It's pretty funny. Honestly, that's pretty funny. Big honking ears, though. Yeah. I dig it. That's a cute picture. Very Disney, yeah. Like a Keebler elf. Okay. I went past the marker. Where was it? There we go.
Besides, we haven't exhausted all our options.
My patience is exhausted, Anise. You've searched this isle up and down. Think of the repercussions if we don't act soon. I resent you putting me in this position. I'm moving us toward a solution, one we already have. It's been in your hands from the start.
Rather curious that it's found its way back to your hands. Anise is wise not to take a thief at her word.
Let's not. Difficult to steal what already belongs to you.
The Gabo belongs to no one. Trying to control it is a short path to it controlling you.
Quaint of you to assume me incapable of handling great power. Not that you would know anything about that. Hey!
Uncalled for. Cheap shots won't win you any favor.
Quiet, all of you! Can't hear myself think.
A voice of reason arrives. Wayfinder, talk some sense into them.
Oh, it's gonna pretend like I have a choice? I don't think I have a choice here. Dude, honestly, like, I don't feel like we are in a very threatening predicament right now that we need to use something as risky as the scepter at this time. Like, I don't feel like our back's against the wall, you know? Side with the wizards. The scepter's too dangerous.
Waiting Sorrow has a point. The last guy who thought fondly of using that scepter sunk a continent.
My fears exactly. Choosing the cautious route. Rather, I'd like you to sit by as the world crumbles, Commander.
If we did things your way, we'd just be expediting the process.
Mistburned!
Fight now. Argue later. More of them.
The scepter is likely attracting them.
Look what you've done! Brandishing that scepter around like a toy!
Right, why don't we just blast that heart of yours at everything we come across? Enough! Focus! That's it! I'm done wasting time! Just have to handle this myself! Where is Livia?
Right here. She was.
Efficient defender.
That imbecile.
The gate! We need to stop her!
Trust her, Denise! Trust me!
Oh my god, where did they get a picture of me at the beach? That's illegal.
Did it? Didn't she?
So she did.
Looks like the magic that was keeping us out has become some sort of portal. Is it safe?
Ren?
For our use, yes, it is safe. As for Livia, I'm not sure she's prepared for the toll the scepter will take on her. That, however, is her problem. For now.
What are we waiting for?
Forced entry. Bavanisos. Is this Mug's telephone voice? Yes, in all the years I was in tech support, this is how I answer the phone.
What am I looking at?
What did you break?
Oh.
What's left?
Sos is the Titan. Or vice versa. The other three did seem to meld with their environments.
Given how much time has passed, it appears the Titan and the city have become one and the same. Mabon, what exactly were you planning to do about this?
Livia! She's being attacked! So you decided to do things my way after all? Knew a little assertive action would help you see reason.
That's your takeaway? Never mind. Let's just get rid of these things.
I just joined. What is this voice? Some of the voice actors are on strike, so I'm voicing the characters that aren't talking. You're welcome.
For mindless pests, these things are surprisingly well coordinated with each other.
Anything. It's don't underestimate the enemy.
Are they guards or something? Seems like they're defending the city.
Perhaps, in a sense.
Or maybe they're defending their body.
What is an army, if not society's immune system?
What elite spec is Monk playing? Untamed.
Looks like they're handled. For now.
Ren, that immune system theory, I think there's something to it.
It would fit, given their nature as we've seen it. Though heterogeneous, they appear to be acting as part of a whole. We've seen the Titan spawn exhibit coordinated behavior. This suggests the same, given the scale of time and complexity.
I'm sure they'll only get meaner the further we push into the city. We need to choose our actions deliberately. And that goes double for you.
Me?
What is the camp doing here of all places?
Don't try to distract.
She's right. Look.
How was this not destroyed in the wreckage? Unless this came after the fall.
Only one way to know for sure.
Of course! Where chaos flourishes, the white mantle are never far behind. So they did make it to Bavanisos, and not all that long ago from the looks of it. Were they the ones behind all this?
We can't say for sure yet, but I do agree their presence was relatively recent and is generally rather damning.
Why don't you start by searching the perimeter? I'll have a look around the camp.
Okay. They should hire you. I am accepting money. Diary page. After a long night of celebration,
They believed themselves the righteous ones until the very end. Tragic.
I decided it was my responsibility to share what I'd heard with Ulrich and Tatiana. Unsurprisingly, Ulrich dismissed it as a hunger-induced fever dream, clearly attempting to shield Tatiana's dwindling sanity. She herself seemed intrigued, but remained mute during the exchange. So be it. If I am to claim myself a righteous man, I will see to it that they come around in time. Update 1. Things have come to a head. Another argument over food. I'll spare the same rehashed details, but the crux of the argument came when Ulrich blamed my initial reluctance to hunt for contributing to our downfall. He claimed that if we'd reached Bavanisos in better condition, we'd be better suited to withstand our current scarcity. I'll admit that, in a moment of anger, I forgot my vow to guide the ignorant. I shot back that given his inability to withstand even the most minimal of worldly discomforts, he'd never be more than a mere bootlicker, and that his ill state wasn't so much hunger for food as hunger for the scraps of Caudicus's validation. At that, Ulrich accused me of jealousy, going as far as to apologize for Caudicus's dismissive treatment of me. The accusation was so wildly off-base, I burst into a fit of laughter. He dubbed me out of my mind and stormed off into the night. Now, as night descends, Tatiana and I retire in silence, save the occasional sound of pen on parchment from our respective tents. I've never known her to journal, but I have seen her write to Caudicus. While Ulrich's devotion to him is a cry for validation, Tatiana's is a desperate plea to belong. One I can relate to. I felt the same when I joined the White Mantle, the difference being that I retain the ability to question, to think critically, and that is where our paths diverge. In my times of weakness, forgive me for my failures to treat the hubris of others not as curated malice, but consequence of ignorance. Like Saul himself embodied, none escape this life free of temptation from mortal folly, be it not a cause for shame, but a source from which understanding springs. Update 2. He calls upon me once more in the dead of night. My last hope left me here to rot. Please help me. Closer, come closer. I must seek him. Our fates have become entwined. Okay. White Mantle bow. The bow appears to have been brought by one of the White Mantle. From a wear mark on the grip, let's see, find all the clues. From a wear mark on the grip and the arrow shelf, you could tell it has seen a good amount of use. Diary page. As I predicted, or this is page 2.
I wonder what that city has in store for us.
As I'd predicted, our limited food sources have worn down the other two far more quickly than myself. Both chastised my unwillingness to hunt Tatiana, deeming me selfish. Ulrich muttering some slight under his breath. I told them if they quit wasting their energy whining about hunger pangs, they'd be faring better. That shut them up for now at least, though I've mostly chosen to keep to myself. I, on the other hand, find the pain an ideal anchor for meditation, and for cultivating that state for clarity, I credit what happened next. Late last night, after somewhere across the vast expanse of dark, I heard a call. Is this what Tatiana claims to hear when Ulrich and I venture into the ruins and leave her alone? It began as a low rumble in a state of half sleep. I mistook it for the early thrums of thunder. Then I started to make out coherent words. They see not your promise, what you're capable of. Stirring me fully awake, I decided to brave the night. I ventured out, trying to decipher the direction of their source, still unsure if they were dream or reality. As if to reassure me, the voice called out once more. You're a righteous man. Please, help me. Then, silence save for the hollowing wind. I lay awake the rest of the night in something between a meditation and a stupor. Had I imagined it? Was this voice the product of an empty stomach? Of a lone mind coloring in a blank chasm? No, it was real. Clear as the toll of a lone bell across the abyss. You're a righteous man. I spent the night pondering the message and its source. As of now, I'm unsure whether to share it with the others. It may be the last wound that drives Tatiana mad. And I am unsure what lengths Ulrich would go to secure his mission to our false prophet. Beyond this, they don't seem eager to indulge my company. But that's of no importance. My earliest memories onward have been a lone wade through life's flood. Saul, too, bore the immensity of revelation alone, but rather than hoard its light, he held it before him like a lantern, guiding those around him so they too could see the way. As a vessel of devotion, give me the strength to fulfill my role as guide, to set the unseers upon the right path. May I act as an offering. My body is a sacrifice, a transmutation of mortal flesh. I am the votive, the lit flame, from which darkness bows to light. I choose not, rather I was chosen to illuminate the way. That's weird. I don't want to hate Muk. What? That is the first thing I see when I look over at chat. Why is chat hating Muk? Drawing. Fact finder.
3 titans, 3 white mantle. Can it really be that simple?
Muk, you sound like Pinocchio from Shrek. Yeah, I can see it. Barrel of documents. This barrel has been stuffed full of rolled up documents, both new and old. There's no discernible order to the documents and no consistent subject, save for White Mantle involvement. Why'd they bring all of this with them? Are drops not active? Drops are active. Journals. The first diary.
Not quite. They almost sound more like prayers.
At last we've settled in Bavanisos. Through the journey we've proved a test of tenacity. I welcome the change in scenery and revere these hallowed grounds upon which Saul himself stood. Ulrich and Tatiana, on the other hand, seem preoccupied only with corporeal cravings, fearing food scarcity. I am no stranger to hunger, having spent long stretches of my youth plagued by hunger pangs. Even after joining the White Mantle, I continued the act of fasting as an exercise in self-discipline, a practice I am now especially grateful for. Going without is a lesson that many of our own could stand to learn, our current leader included. Though he dared not say it to my face, I sensed Caudicus's irritation at my reticence to prepare meals of animal fare. He mistook principle as weakness, a weak stomach for hunting, as he put it. I would accuse him of the same, with one amendment: his stomach is hardly where his weakness ends. Wow. But that ceases to be of bother for as long as Caudicus ceases to return. Knowing his history of cowardice, I do not know why the others expect a reply to their letters, let alone his prodigal return. And for what does it matter? It is we who have weathered the pilgrimage, who truly walk Saul's path. A glory Caudicus knows not, and one I suspect is just as destiny has written it. Regardless, Ulrich has taken our discovery of Bavanisos as proof of Caudicus's righteous authority. I began my newest chapter of this journey with a prayer of my own creation. When faced with earthly strife, may it remind me of my vow to know what cannot be unknown and to see what cannot be unseen. To the bringers of wisdom, bestow upon me your eternal flame of light unseen, that I may sheath it against the hollow breath of dissent and carry its glow to those few chosen to bear it witness. The tithe to bask in its gift be not the burning of flesh, but the illumination of the soul. Okay. Map of Janthir. This hand-drawn map is marked with copious notes and diagrams, showing the White Mantle's journeys across Janthir and finally into Bavanisos. Their journey was not easy, they were dedicated. That's Lowland Shore? Yeah, that's Lowland Shore. Scrawled note.
Losing his mind, or was the voice real? And if so, could it have been...
Okay,
Wonder.
so we read journals 3, then 2, then 1, now we're at 4. The voice of fate calls upon me to see the journey of the unseen to eternal fruition, so with tomorrow's sun dawns a new era anointed by its rays. We venture forth, 3 pilgrims whose destinies entwine to weave a transcendent tapestry of the divine. Ulrich returned. His lone communions with the wild rarely last long. He spoke little, and so he went on preparing a meager supper as if nothing had come to pass. We ate mostly in silence, that is, until the fire began to dwindle. Out of the dark, the voice called unto them, for it was they who had been chosen to realize the mission of the unseen ones. And thus it spoke to them, Chosen 3, you are destined, seek the gate. As the sun dawns across the wilds, you shall hear my voice, and I will be your guide. You who must open the gate, so fate has written it, so make it be. To think mere hours ago our vision was clouded by woes ephemeral. We're so close. Though I can't recall my last full meal, my mind has never felt so sated. These alchemical scales appear to have been used extensively. The notes nearby suggest the White Mantle were attempting to find a way to protect themselves against mistburn. They weren't completely mad, at least.
So it must have been them who opened the gate. Or at least one acting alone. What became of them? The others need to hear this.
Judge's Diary, page 5. We hear them. His voice is soft like moss, yet sound as the rock upon which it grows. Like a low hymn carried by the wind, it sings to us, beckons us forth. We must follow. The first steps toward the epochal end, fate has written it, it's only a matter of time now. Okay, we found everything. Where did the others go?
I found some interesting...
Centuries of meddling, and you think they develop some self-awareness?
You're one to talk.
Excuse me? None of you are getting anywhere until I took action. You'd still be standing around with your thumbs up your... You know, Livia, you're right. You took plenty of action. Abandoned us in battle, put our lives at stake. Sure, you could have killed us, along with half of Tyria, but I'm getting the impression you really don't give a damn. I'm tired of arguing. Gods know you won't listen to anyone but yourself. You've already made that clear. Take whatever the hell action you want. And while you're at it, you can shove that scepter right up your...
Countess.
Go on. You have my blessing. Not that it means anything to you. Anise.
You heard her.
You heard her. Stick the scepter up your bum.
If you sink this city, you better pray the scepter takes you with it.
Deal. She's like, I really want to sink the city.
Okay, optional. See how everyone's doing. Oh my gosh. I'm hoping they don't have too many more voice lines. This is rough.
I don't mean to be curt, Commander, but I could really use a moment to myself.
Understood. I'll leave it to you, Countess. Goodness, Wayfinder, that Livia woman would drive even the most sober bearkin to the honey wine. She could leech even Alder's stoicism. It takes centuries to carve out a personality like that. Don't blame it on age. Not all of us end up getting that grading. Then again, she does remind me of Ren in some ways. Maybe you're onto something. Best we could do right now is stay focused. Oh yeah, you're really old too. Wayfinder, I'm afraid there's not much more to say. Whether we like it or not, Livia has acted for all of us. The path before us is clear, even if it's not the one we would have chosen. Do you think Livia could be right? Perhaps we may find that to be true when all is said and done. That doesn't mean I can easily forget or forgive. She will answer for her actions, that much I can guarantee. I guess we'll see how things work out. Poised arrow. We lowlanders can get heated with each other at times, but these wizards give me a headache. Are they always like this? Well, not quite like this, no. How are you holding up? Fine, just need to smooth my tufts. Seeing friends argue always makes me uncomfortable, especially when I'm not sure how to help. I'm sure things will work out, though, once nerves are calmed. I bet you're right. Hang in there. Counselor Ludo. Commander Wayfinder. Good to see you again, even though I may wish the meeting could have been under better circumstances. Counselor, you're here in person? Contrary to expectation, some of the Arcane Council don't mind getting their mitts dirty now and again. You may recall that I backed her during the scepter vote, recent actions aside. Never mind that I have a vested interest in Lady Livia's success. Yeah, it would reflect poorly on me and my percipience were she to fail in her mission. How will you be assisting the Alliance? All in due time. For now, Countess Anise wants to get the 4th Veil and I up to speed on operations. That means bouncing back and forth between here and the staging camp and the Barrens. Eventually, one can extrapolate that it will lead to us joining Livia's push into Bavanisos proper. An electrifying prospect, is it not? What is your staff? What? Why did your staff just... Did you guys see that? Her staff was just like, wee. It was like trying to get away. Banks Tovison. Wayfinder. Should have known someone with your reputation would be in the Vanguard. Ludo and I are here to help Lady Livia with her mission. Are you here with the Alliance, or...?
In a sense, but say...
Oh, he's voice acted.
You must be the commander. Between Anise and Casimir, I've heard enough gossip over the past decade.
This guy uses
to spot
conditioner.
you in any crowd. Largely good things, mind you. But where are my manners? Benktoverson, 4th Veil of the Mesmer Collective. We'll be seeing more of each other soon, I suspect. Don't need Raven's foresight to know that.
Did the Countess ask you here?
She did. I have some personal stake in seeing Mabon's legacy upheld, even if that means bearing some of his burdens. That's it. I expect I'll be asked to keep a 3rd eye on the Lady Livia and that scepter of hers. Never a dull moment, huh?
Okay. Option. Is there anyone else besides Livia? I think Livia's the last one. Commander? Oh.
Commander, I hope you're in a better frame of mind than the Countess or the others. We got work to do. No time for petty disagreements.
And you? Are you prepared for what's next?
I'm ready when you are. We'll give the others time to pass through your white mantle findings. And cool their tempers.
I've never seen the Countess have an outburst like that before. You struck a nerve.
Oh, please. That one's always had a temper. As a girl, she broke a kid's nose after he dipped Jenna's braid in quill ink.
What?
She hit hard, too. Never thought he'd stop crying. Unfortunately, he was the Baron's kid. That took a while to smooth over. She got the will of a doyak, and the stubbornness makes her good at what she does. Hard not to have faith in her. Sometimes she just needs a nudge to give her momentum. That's all I'm trying to do. Not sure if she sees it that way.
Okay. I think I've seen and heard enough. What's next?
Looks like it's just us for now, Commander. I'm in agreement on this whole immune system theory. If we can knock out parts of the whole, we'll have the advantage. The body's an interconnected system after all. As for the Mistgates, it's sure to be heavily protected. Some simple divide and conquer, which should have our end.
Getting a bit country? I don't know what's going on. I'm just letting it wander. Forced entry complete. Okay. And a box. And that. Okie dokie. See, unlike many other voice actors, I have not done practice or training, chat. However, I'm doing it.